Hey darlings, and welcome back to Everything Tumbler Tutorials with Creative Vinyl Designs. Okay, I'm hoping that you can already guess what we're going to be working on today, and it's not going to be a spray paint hydro dip. We're actually going to be working with marbles. The marble Marabu paint, and this is actually the perfect day to work on these because our weather here in Florida is super wonky, and there's no way I could actually hydro dip properly outside. So these paints could not be more perfect to be able to work indoors. I have a little stir stick that I'm going to use just to kind of maneuver my paints around a little bit to my liking. I've already got my water in my bucket. Let's see, I got my gloves on hands. Nitrile gloves, these blue ones, they're not, you don't have to use these. I actually have a clear set too, but I just like these better because they're a nicer, tighter fit and I don't have to keep messing around with them. So I have those. We're going to use 12 different colors today with 4 cups. So I have 2 cups that have been epoxied. One is a holographic Cinderella, super smooth finish. Did not require any sanding whatsoever. Look, it's just absolutely perfect. I also have my footballs wrapped up in these bags just to kind of save the longevity of my footballs so that I don't soak them overly too often and ruin them. Then I'm going to use a white cup that was also glittered. I don't remember what glitter I used. I really don't remember what white I used, but this was epoxied and it was sanded. And then I have this beautiful teal, which again, these cups were done a while ago, so I honestly, I don't remember what glitters I used, guys. I'm super sorry. If I figure it out, I will post it in the description, I promise. This one was, I did Loctite glitter and then I sealed it. So it has not had no epoxy whatsoever. Okay, so here's another one. This was done with the epoxy method, and if you look really close, hopefully the light is picking it up, you can see I have lots of wet spots. With the epoxy method, you don't want that. So to me, I didn't bother to like re-epoxy and redo. I am actually going to use it for this demonstration and show you this cup has not been epoxied since I have applied the glitter with the epoxy glitter method. And I'm going to show you, we're going to dip this right in to my water. Okay, so I think we're going to start with the Cinderella Holographic, and I'm going to use these 3 blues. Let me show you this side. For every color that I'm using, I will explain the cup in which I use them on, and I will line them up in order so that you guys can see which cup went on, which paint went on which cup and what colors I chose. Okay, so this is just a set of 3 blues. So let me get my gloves on. As you can see from my bottles, these marble paints are kind of messy. So just want to shake them up real good. Hey, if you see my feet, I'm super sorry. This was the best location that I could get focusing in on this bucket. So if you do see my feet, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's get these opened. Oh, see, and shaking them up, I've already made a mess of them. So we're gonna get these dumped into the water. And just dump, dump, dump. However little or how much you want. I think these are going to be so pretty on that Cinderella holographic tumbler. All right. So I have a dingy rag that I'm just going to use to help wipe things off as I go. So just going to do a little stir. Not too much. Just want to make sure I get all these colors onto my cup. Okay, so we are ready to dip our first cup. So same principle as the hydro dip with spray paint. You literally just want to either take your cup straight down and spin, or you can go at an angle and spin. Guys, look at how beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. The sparkle just is unbelievable. So pretty. Okay, I had everything set up except for my dry rack. Oopsies. All right, I'm gonna have to get that situated. And then I will be right back. Okay, so now we're back and we're all set up. So I just want to take and clean this bucket. Try to get as much out as you can before proceeding to the next color. Oh. I don't know what my Doberman's barking at. He's like a 200-pound baby. Okay, so next we're going to work with the white one. Remember I said I did glitter this and sanded this. And we're going to go with 2 reds and a silver. And I think this is going to look so pretty. Then I got to figure out which one's going to be my favorite one of all. All right, so let's get this opened up and get this ready. Okay, so I think we're going to start with this red. I know I'm not given names. I don't know if any of you guys have worked with marble paints before, but some of the names are weird. And then some of them are like simple as, hey, that it's silver. So this looks really, those 2 reds look really, really close. It's okay, we're gonna see. One is like bright, okay, so in the water it looks super close, but one is really like a brick red, and the other one's like a red. They're really pretty. I haven't used these colors yet, so I'm anxious to see how well they're gonna do together. And that silver does not look silver. So I do hope it looks silver on my cup. And look, see, you can see where it's supposed to be silver. But it looks clear. But that's okay. Let's just see how it's going to look on the cup. Wipe this off. And here we go. Please look silver. Oh boy. So here we go. Spin, spin, spin. And clean the edges. All right, well, it doesn't look silver. It looks more like, I don't know, like a candy cane in a weird way. I mean, I can see some silver, but like in spots. So clearly where it looked silver, or where it looked clear in my bucket, it actually does look clear on the tumbler, except just a couple of spots. So I think maybe, kind of looks like a bloody massacre, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about it, but I usually will just hit the ground. I hope you can see it, and I just pop the excess water off. All right, we'll see. I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, so we'll clean out our bucket real quick. Okay. Yeah, you do not have to dump this each and every time and refill. Just clean it to the best of your ability. In this case, I'm just trying to take what I do see, little remnants, very tiny remnants, and just pushing it and sticking it off to the side, which you can see this bucket has been around the block a few times. I use this as my go-to to use. Of course it's stacked 3 high, but there's that. Okay, so the next one was Loctite Glitter Sealed. Okay, that's the next one up. And I'm going to use 2 greens. See, it actually says rich green. What does this one say? Aqua Green and a gold. So these are the 3 we're going to use for this cup. Again, I will label these all in the description, guys, I promise. I'm not saying all the colors. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with this one, the Aqua Green. Super, super pretty. I'm going to add some gold in there. And the darker green. And then I'm going to go back in with the aqua. Give it a little stir. I'm not really stirring. I'm just kind of shifting them around, if you will. I'm not really actually stirring. And I just wipe it right off. So I'm good to go with my next set of colors. Okay, so here we go. I hope these colors show up on this one because look how close the colors actually do match. So this, I hope, turns out really pretty. So here we go. And then just swipe it away. Oh my gosh. That actually is beautiful. Fantastic. So just pop off the excess. I will also have pictures for every single one of these following at the end of this tutorial so you can actually see them. But they all have to be Mod Podged at least 2 times. Clear seal, for whatever reason, and I don't know what the reason is, but it does not work. So all 4 of these will have to be done and sealed with Mod Podge. And that's what I'll use before I can epoxy them. But this turned out really pretty. Okay, on to the next one, our final one. So I will probably wait a couple hours before I even put the Mod Podge on them, because I'm going to obviously want to make sure that they're nice and dry, and I don't want to move too quick. I would not want to smear the paints. So I'll make sure it's nice and dry before I follow up with the Mod Podge. Okay. So we're all clean. Got a couple of little remnants floating around. Not too bad. All right, so the next set of colors with my, I'm almost 100% sure that was a, see, I think it was Mermaid Magic. I think this was Mermaid Magic glitter. It was a holographic, but I wasn't going to do the holographic. I just wanted to use it because I thought it was super pretty. So that cup is up next, and I want to use the 2 purples and a pink, and the color is Rose Pink. I don't know what that says. And I don't know, guys. I will put these in the description, I tell you. Can't read well if I don't have my glasses on. I'm not even that old, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't think I'm that old. I'm feeling pretty young these days. This is so pretty. Yeah, so I wanted to show you the four ways in which, oh, there goes my Lucas. The 4 ways in which this can be done. And these cups are pretty generous. I actually had practice on like 3 cups a couple of weeks back. and I was just playing around because the cups that I actually was practicing on actually were in my scrap bucket. I was going to strip them. I really was. They were going to be strips. And then I was like, you know what? They're already ruined. Let's just run with it. And I did, and they absolutely turned out beautiful. Let's get a little more pink in there. All right, so let's give it a gentle move. All right, Lucas. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's a bull in a china shop. And if he's not right up my caboose, he's crying. And so since it's just me and Grandpa here today, and my youngest son's not home, well, I had to keep my door open, so I apologize if he's being intrusive. All right, so here we go. These colors are so beautiful. I literally cannot wait to see this on this cup. Okay, here we go. Remember, this cup was not epoxied. Oh my gosh. Check it out. I cannot wait to see this under epoxy. And you can see glimmers. I hope you can. I hope the camera's picking it up where there's just little spots in there where that holographic is just popping through. So let me just tap this off. Look at that. I mean, the color combinations that you can do with these tumblers are absolutely insane. But I think my most favorite is this one. And this was glittered and this was epoxied. Well, this was the tack it method with the holographic. And then I just epoxied it, and well, here we are. You just see that shimmer coming through. Okay, thank you guys for tuning back in with me. I greatly appreciate it. I cannot wait to get your opinions on the marble paints. I can't wait to see what you guys have created with them. Check out Everything Tumbler Tutorials if you haven't already, because I would love to see what your creations are and what you've done with the marble paints. Check them out on Glitzy Girl Glitter. She's got, I don't know, like 26 different colors or whatnot posted. So you guys check those out. Get some of these. The color combos are endless. Whatever you guys like, whatever your heart desires, it's entirely up to you. And you can just recreate beauties all day long. That's not spray paint. That's the blessing. These can be done indoors. So it doesn't matter if you have a snow day, a really super hot day, where sometimes when you're doing the hydro dip in hot water, or, you know, because it's hot, it dries up super quickly. So I noticed that it's much easier to hydro dip with cold water. This was right out of my water hose. So the temperature is cold, okay, because it is chilly out there today. But if in Florida it was a super hot day, this water would just be, this would be hot. Or I should say lukewarmish. It just depends. So check these out, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you next time.